Hello everyone. Before starting the video, subscribe to the channel because there are many different scary adventures. Once upon a time, in a small town nestled amidst rolling hills, there was a playground that stood at the heart of the community. It was a place filled with laughter, joy, and innocent play, where children would gather after school and on weekends. But among its sun-drenched slides and creaking swings, a haunting tale was whispered, a story of tragedy that unfolded on an ordinary summer day. Amelie, lively and spirited girl with golden curls, was the heart and soul of the playground. Her laughter could be heard echoing through the park, and her bright smile lit up the faces of everyone she met. She loved to play with her friends, exploring every nook and cranny of the vibrant playground. One fateful afternoon, as the sun bathed the world in a warm golden hue, Amelia arrived at the playground. She was brimming with excitement, eager to indulge in her favorite game of hide and seek. The children gathered around, discussing the rules and seeking out the perfect hiding spots. As the game began, the children scattered in search of secret corners and clever hiding spots. Amelia, with her keen sense of adventure, darted toward a towering oak tree at the edge of the playground. Its gnarled branches seemed to beckon her, promising a hiding place no one else would discover. Amelia climbed higher and higher, her heart pounding with exhilaration. But as she reached the highest branch, a sudden gust of wind swept through the playground. The tree creaked and groaned, its branches lashing out like skeletal fingers in the twilight. Fear gripped Amelia's heart as she clung to the swaying branch. Panic filled her eyes as she realized she had climbed too far, unable to find a safe way down. The children's laughter faded into a distant murmur as their voices were swallowed by the eerie silence. Desperation consumed Amelia as she struggled to maintain her grip. She called out for help, but her pleas vanished into the ether. The playground itself seemed to hold its breath, watching as the tragedy unfolded. Minutes turned into hours, and the once vibrant playground grew somber. Darkness blanketed the town, its shadows creeping toward the deserted play area. Amelia's parents, worried about their daughter's prolonged absence, embarked on a frantic search. In the stillness of the night, a hushed whisper passed through the town. Locals claimed they could hear Amelia's voice drifting through the trees, her cries for help echoing in the wind. But no matter how hard they searched, her tiny form remained elusive, trapped in the realm between the living and the dead. Years passed, and the playground became a place of legend, a haunting reminder of the tragedy that claimed Amelia's life. Some said her spirit still lingered, unable to find peace. Others claim they could hear her laughter in the wind, a faint echo of the joy that once filled the playground. The children who followed knew the tale well, tiptoeing around the haunted playground with a mixture of curiosity and trepidation. The oak tree, forever marked by Amelia's tragic fate, stood as a silent sentinel, casting a chilling shadow on the swing set below. To this day, as the sun sets over the playground, a solemn hush falls upon the town, and if you listen closely, amidst the rustling leaves and distant whispers, you might catch a glimpse of Amelia's spirit, forever trapped in a world where the laughter of childhood turns to sorrow, and the innocence of play turns to tragedy. In a small town nestled among dense forests, there was a playground where children laughed and played under the warm sun. It was a place filled with joy until one fateful day when a boy named Ethan met a mysterious fate. Ethan was a lively and adventurous child, always seeking thrills on the playground. One sunny afternoon, he arrived at the playground, unaware that destiny had something sinister in store for him. The other children noticed a strange figure lurking in the shadows, watching their every move. It was a man dressed in a tattered coat, with hollow eyes that seemed to penetrate their souls. As Ethan climbed the towering slide, his excitement turned to unease. He felt an eerie presence, but curiosity got the better of him. The other children watched, frozen in fear, as Ethan reached the top of the slide. In that moment, a chilling gust of wind swept through the playground, extinguishing the sun's warmth. Suddenly, the slide transformed into a twisted nightmare. Jagged edges appeared, and the metal seemed to come alive, contorting into a grotesque form. Ethan's screams pierced the air as he desperately tried to escape. The other children rushed to help, but they could only watch in horror as the slide swallowed him whole. Silence engulfed the playground as the children stood paralyzed, their faces pale with shock. The figure in the tattered coat emerged from the shadows, his sinister smile revealing rows of sharpened teeth. With a voice that sent shivers down their spines, he whispered, "The playground demands sacrifice." Days turned into weeks, and rumors spread throughout the town. Children began to avoid the once beloved playground, fearing the malevolent presence that claimed Ethan's life. Parents became gripped with terror, keeping their children indoors, away from the cursed grounds. One night, a brave girl named Lily couldn't resist the allure of the abandoned playground. Determined to uncover the truth behind Ethan's disappearance, she ventured into the darkness alone. The moon cast an eerie glow as she approached the cursed slide. Lily hesitated, her heart pounding in her chest, but her curiosity urged her forward. With every step, the air grew colder, and a faint whisper beckoned her closer, ignoring the warning signs. She climbed to the top of the slide. The playground came alive once again, with the sinister figure appearing beside the slide. But instead of fear, Lily felt a surge of courage. She refused to become another victim. As the figure lunged towards her, she leaped from the slide, narrowly escaping his grasp. In that moment, the curse was broken. The tattered figure vanished into thin air, leaving behind a playground restored to its former glory. The news of Lily's bravery spread throughout the town, and children returned to the playground with caution. Ethan's tragic fate served as a reminder, a cautionary tale etched into the memories of the townsfolk. The playground stood as a symbol of resilience, a testament to the strength of the human spirit. And though the scars of that dreadful day remained, the children learned to face their fears, never forgetting the sacrifice that had been made. From that day forward, the playground became a place of healing, a sanctuary for those seeking solace from the shadows. The memory of Ethan lingered, a bittersweet reminder that even in the face of darkness, there is always hope. In a small, quiet town nestled in the heart of the countryside, there stood an old playground where children's laughter once echoed through the air, but now it was a desolate place, its swings and slides rusty, abandoned by the passage of time. There was a chilling tale that circulated among the townsfolk, a story that sent shivers down their spines whenever it was whispered. Long ago, a young girl named Emily had met a tragic fate on that very playground. Emily was known for her curiosity and adventurous spirit. One sunny afternoon, she ventured to the playground alone, her vibrant red dress fluttering in the gentle breeze. She climbed to the top of the towering slide, her heart pounding with excitement as she gazed down at the world below. As Emily prepared to descend, a sinister presence overcame her. It was as if an invisible force wrapped its icy fingers around her, paralyzing her with fear. A hushed voice whispered in her ear, its tone unnerving and filled with malice. "If you go down this slide, little Emily, you will never be the same." Emily's eyes widened with terror, but her curiosity got the better of her. With trembling legs, she pushed herself down the slide, and as she slid further, the world around her twisted and distorted into a nightmarish realm. The vibrant colors faded into murky shades of gray, and the once familiar park transformed into a haunting landscape. Emily found herself trapped in an eerie parallel dimension, where time stood still and the air was heavy with a haunting silence. The playground, now a shadow of its former self, was populated by lifeless, broken toys that seemed to watch her with hollow eyes. The swing creaked ominously, swaying in the wind without anyone pushing it. As days turned into weeks, Emily's desperate pleas for help went unanswered. She was trapped in this nightmarish dimension, her every attempt to escape thwarted by unseen forces. The townsfolk, unaware of her plight, mourned her loss, believing she had vanished without a trace. The playground became cursed, its dark influence spreading like a virus. Children who ventured near it experienced strange phenomena. Whispers filled their ears, and an overwhelming feeling of dread washed over them. Some claimed to have seen Emily's ghostly figure, her eyes hollow and filled with despair, lurking in the shadows. Over time, the townsfolk abandoned the playground, sealing it off from the rest of the world. They tried to erase the memory of Emily's tragic fate, but her presence lingered, a lingering reminder of the darkness that had claimed her soul. Years later, a brave group of teenagers decided to investigate the legend surrounding the haunted playground. Armed with cameras and a thirst for adventure, they ventured into the forsaken place. But as they approached the rusty swing set, a bone-chilling wind howled through the air, freezing them in their tracks. The once vibrant playground had become a sinister trap, and one by one, the teenagers fell victim to its malevolent power. Their screams echoed through the night, their faces etched with sheer terror as they vanished without a trace. To this day, the haunted playground remains a forbidden place, a stark reminder of the tragedy that befell young Emily. Locals warn their children to stay away, and the memory of her haunting presence serves as a chilling reminder that some mysteries are better left unsolved. The playground stands as a solemn monument, a place where innocence was lost and the line between the living and the dead was blurred forever.